All right, you guys, what's going on? This your boy Town Biz. So I decided I'd do, I'll get on here for a few minutes to talk about what's going on with the Sanders Incorporated, whatever you want to call it. But as we expected, the league is doing their job on basically trying to ostracize and get rid of anybody synonymous or related to Deion Sanders. Sometimes you wonder, is this about his kids or this is about him in the league trying to get even with Deion Sanders? Um, I'm gonna say this again now in case you guys don't know. Um, Shiloh Sanders was waived by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even though he was pretty much a walk-on signee. And basically, he got into a fight. He got into a scuffle, and that was warranted enough for them to let him go. Even though I don't think they were going to keep him anyway, but he gave them a built-in excuse. They're going to claim discipline and all that kind of stuff. Now, what's going on with Shador? They're saying that the Cleveland Browns are possibly going to keep a 4 quarterback roster, but we will see. We will know by as early as Tuesday, latest Wednesday, when they uh, pretty much you know reveal their final 53-man roster. Now the question is, are they going to keep a 4 quarterback roster? As we're looking right now, Joe Flacco is the opening day starter. I don't know who's going to be number 2, but even if you have like pretty much a 4 quarterback roster, in all likelihood, the 4th string quarterback is highly unlikely to see any type of action unless something dramatic happens. I just don't see a any given Sunday scenario happening where 2 quarterbacks get like knocked out of the game to where basically, where you basically have a really beaming moment. But the league is doing their thing, and it was funny. I was talking to my stepdad about it, and he was just, we was just, comparing notes. At the end of the day, my stepdad, he remembers Deion Sanders when he played as I remember Deion Sanders when he played. I'm gonna say this again. We all know, we all know when it pertains to football, they like a storyline. Now they don't care about where the white kids come from. They don't care about their background, but they like to see themselves as a savior, a safe haven for, underprivileged black kids or minorities or, people of color, whatever terminology you want to use. So that's how they see it. Once again, as they say, the Sanders really don't have a storyline because they came from money. Deion Sanders made a lot of money from football endorsements. He made money from baseball. He made money from football. Remember, he played 2 sports. And Deion had a shitload of endorsements. He made rap albums. No, he wasn't that good as a rapper. I'm not going to lie. His pen was kind of deplorable, but, he managed to milk it, for a little while. Even though Must Be the Money is one of the most mediocre songs ever produced, but it was a popular song. It was considered a hit record. So at the end of the day, for some reason, you can't be black and arrogant when it pertains to sports. They want you to be humble. They want you to be this quiet. Well, then again, they don't know what they want, because one minute they don't like when you're too quiet, but then they don't like when you're too, braggadocious. So somewhere in between, you got to find some common ground that satisfies everybody. And a lot of people thought Deion Sanders was a little too brash, too braggadocious at his time. Because at the same time, if that's the case, then they would have loved Tim Duncan, but they felt like they couldn't really market Tim Duncan to the masses because he was just too damn quiet. He was a, blue-collar basketball player. So, at the end of the day, with expectations for black athletes, you got to find some common ground. The problem, you got to try to find some in between where you're not too boring for the blue collar people, but then you're not too braggadocious for another demographic of people. So that is the problem. trying to find some common ground to make everybody happy. But then you live in a time where you're not going to make everybody happy. So, at the end of the day, do I feel that he took the bait, Shiloh? Yeah, Shiloh, you took the bait. You took the bait. You should have just walked away. You already knew that you had a spotlight under you just because of who you are, what your last name is. And you basically gave them the rope to hang you. And that's all that you did. You gave them the rope to hang you. Figuratively. You got to watch your terminology because people love to take bits and pieces and turn it into something that it really isn't. But, like if I find out you twist my words, I'm going to have my legal team talk to you. So you take what I say and make it into a short and you misinterpret what I'm saying, you will be hearing from my attorneys. So that's your first and only warning. But yeah, so now the question is, what's going to happen with Shedeur? As I said before, as I reported what Eric Dickerson say, I have no reason not to believe a first ballot Hall of Famer who was one of the greatest running backs that ever played the game. He still holds the single season rushing record, even though Barkley could have easily broke it. Well, I'm not going to say easily broke it, but he could have broke it. He was in a position to break it due to the fact that they have an extra game now, which I do think that record is going to be eventually broken due to the fact that they have a 17-game schedule, and it looked like within the next 2 years they're going to go to an 18-game schedule. So that's coming to 18-game schedule, and it looked like they're going to have 2 bye weeks, and it looked like the Super Bowl could be played at the end of February, maybe as early as the first week of March. So it's coming. So be prepared. But I look at what they've done to these dudes. People keep saying that your children have nothing to do with what you did. And that's a complete lie. Your lineage, your legacy, your offsprings, whatever you want to call it, will, and a lot of times pay the price for what you did, for your so-called sins. And Deion Sanders committed a lot of sins as a football player to a lot of people's dislike. And keep in mind, they do not like the extreme arrogant Negro. Now, will I say this about Deion Sanders? I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not the biggest Deion Sanders fan. I'm not. Because when I sat up there and watched him defend Riley Cooper and watch him attack black people in favor of a cracker ass cracker who said he'll fight every nigger around. We didn't tell him to say that. He said that. That was in his heart. But Sanders tried to attack black people for, being pissed off. But that's what a lot of these Negroes do. These Negroes justify black people being disrespected, but won't campaign for black people being respected. So I felt some kind of way. Goodfellas Sports, he played the audio, I played the audio. So that's really why, to a certain degree, I don't support Deion Sanders. The funny thing is, people love to talk about black fatigue and what they tired of black people doing and how, we do this, we do that. Like I said, we the only ones that get attacked for defending ourselves and asking for respect. Not only by people that don't look like us, but people that look like us. And that's where the term Sambo come from, Uncle Tom, all that stuff. Handkerchief head, that's where those terminologies come from. And that's just factual. I'm not ever going to have black fatigue, but I sure have other race fatigue. I get tired of people that don't look like me trying to tell me what to do and how to feel about a situation. Because soon as you say something about them, then all of a sudden they get upset and then they want to play victim. But like I said, we're just supposed to take it. Just smile, have a Coke and a smile, eat some Jell-O pudding. Do you want a cookie? And that's why I don't respect a lot of these content creators, that basically push that line, basically us black people accept anything. So like I said, If there's black fatigue, there's definitely white fatigue. There's Hispanic fatigue. There's other forms of non-black fatigue. So you sure you want to go that route with me? Because I don't play that shit. I told you I'm different from all these other content creators. I told you I operate on an island of my own. You know, at the end of the day, I do hold black people accountable when they do something or say something stupid. Just like at the end of the day, when Avery Lennox said that absurd, stupid shit about Martin Lawrence and how she was offended by which he never said anything about Pam's skin complexion. Uh, you know, I held her accountable. I went after her, and of course, you had a bunch of stupid black bitches trying to get mad. You know, remedial Keishas and Riri's trying to get mad and say, why is black men being so emotional? It wasn't just black men. It was black people as a whole. As I said before, offended by, offended by everything, ashamed of nothing. Everybody loves attention, just like you got these teachers walking around dressing like hookers or women of the night, dressing like strippers, calling themselves teacher bay and all that kind of stuff. You know, instead of trying to educate our kids, they sitting up there making it about them. That's the problem. Everybody wants attention. Everybody wants attention for the wrong reason. You shouldn't even be posting pictures of how you dress going to work. Your job is to educate our youth and help them better themselves. That's why they want to replace y'all with robots. That's why they working on replacing y'all with robots. So I'm just saying, giving y'all a warning. But yeah, getting back to Mr. Sanders. I think a lot of this and more of this is aimed towards his father than it is them. They're just trying to figure out a way to get back at Deion. But I'm going to say this again. Once again, you cannot sit up here as a pro athlete or a potential pro athlete, even though at the end of the day, there's still going to be opportunity for them to make money because, they had the NIL deals. And thank God they got colleges, and the NCAA was getting over exploiting these athletes, primarily these black athletes, making money off of them and not wanting to share any of the proceeds and the residuals. And then having the audacity to kick these kids and shame these kids for basically trying to, make money off their livelihood. And I found that atrocious. So, I found that atrocious. But I'm glad that they have I'm glad that the gig is up, and for the past few years they haven't been allowed to do that anymore, because it should have came to a halt to me during the Reggie Bush era. Look at what they did to Reggie Bush. And to me, they should give Reggie Bush back his Heisman trophies. Like I said, that free education shit was bullshit, and it was always bullshit. How is it a free education when everybody is making millions of dollars? The NCAA is making billions. The coaches are making millions. The facilities, the college facilities are making millions. But then the people that actually who the paying customer come to see, they can't make anything. So, no. It wasn't fair and hadn't been fair for years. Once it turned into $1 billion entity, all that conversation was over about should the athletes get paid or should they get a little something. You really kicking me out of college because you really slandering my name because somebody bought me a sandwich from Subway, or they bought me a jersey, or they bought me some sneakers? Are you kidding me? But like I said, I'm glad that the gig is up. But I'm going to say this again. The reason why people are not really, some people are not really inclined to support the Sanders because of just a variety of different things. Because of Deion's history. Like I said before, there were some more people that supported Ryan Garcia. They supported Ryan Garcia for cheating. They didn't call him out for cheating. but then they supposed to act like they're so holy and they're into they're into God. That's Dion saying that. And he didn't say anything about Ryan Garcia cheating. He invited Ryan Garcia to games and stuff, gave him jerseys, didn't say shit to Devin Haney. Didn't call Ryan Garcia out, didn't say, hey, I made a mistake, I don't condone cheating. And then people was buying Ryan Garcia's cheating. Or actually they wasn't. They just wanted to sit up there and cape and campaign for Ryan Garcia, because at the end of the day, niggas don't have nothing but other contempt for other niggas. Like I said before, my journey on YouTube for the past X amount of years, like I said, I'm happy if somebody that gets it before I do. There were people that started after me and they got far more subscribers than me, but I don't sit up there and say, oh, why do he got more subscribers than me and all that kind of stuff. Hey, I get it how I get it. But one thing I'm not going to do is sit up here and compromise myself and my channel and my people for subscribers. I'm not going to sit up here and constantly put down black people and talk about black people. And what I don't like about other people on here, a lot of people, they want to call themselves being in black spaces, but then they don't want, and then at the same time, they want to criticize black people. I can't stand that type of shit. And there's a lot of dudes that do that stuff. So it is what it is. But what I'm saying with these guys, with the Sanders, is a very slippery slope with them. Sador, he just need to keep his mouth shut. Now, he allegedly responded to what Dylan Gabriel said about, some people want to be entertainers instead of being a competitor. Now, I said that it'd be best if he leave it alone. I said I didn't have no proof that, that Dylan Gabriel was talking about Sador. Sador, he kind of insinuated that he should have said, man, listen, I'm just here to play football. That's it. That's all. And Sador, a lot of times he has a chance. He has a chance to get himself out of this stuff, but he walks right through the door and falls for it. He walks right through the trap door that they set for him. And he knows it's a trap door and he walks through it because he feel like, hey, survive anything, when he should just say, hey, you know what? I don't know anything about that. I'm just here to play football. They're looking for reasons. It's a difference between, them basically discovering that you're not who you say you are, or who they expect you to be. But then there's people who have a target on them and they're looking for a reason. You don't give people a reason. He already has a target on his back. Whether he wants to pretend that there isn't, he has a target. They're looking for the littlest thing to go after him. Just like for some reason, Angel Reese has all this hatred towards her. She made one remark saying, hey, I want people to enjoy my shoes. I want to be as big as Michael Jordan. Here they go. And then, like Two Raw said, I don't like the fact when you have a lot of these Sambos and these jig Negroes that sit up there and join forces with these racist white boys to come down and attack another black person, attack another black man, or attack another black woman for the sake of views and notoriety. Like I said, I don't want subscribers that way. I don't want a bunch of racist motherfuckers on my channel. I don't want them, don't need them. I'm going to always be me. And that's just real talk. So, in the case in point of the Sanders, like I said, one down, one to go. Sador just need to play it safe. Randy, you the one on my platform crying. You crying about what I have to say. Nobody cries more than the people with the small hats. See, the difference between us, we'll just mention it, but see, the people with the small hats, they literally try to go after people. At the end of the day, I gives 2 fucks and a half what you think. Yeah, but why are you on here? Why are you on here? I'm getting under your skin. You on my platform crying. Obviously, I'm doing my job. You the one being sensitive. You on here. You on my platform. You on my platform. You being a sensitive bitch, like the bitch that had you. You sure you want to get into it? Are you sure? How am I getting loud? I'm talking calm. Listen, dude, you're not smart enough. You're not smart enough to do that reverse psychology. It's easy. You what color are you, Randy? Randy, what color are you? Answer, Randy. Randy, what color are you? Answer my question. Answer my question. What color are you? And don't say you're black. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Of course you are. And if I blocked you, it'll be because I block you. Listen, you're not smart enough to use the Jedi mind trick. You're not smart enough. You know, most of you saltines try to use reverse psychology and it don't work. Lazy? Oh, okay, cool. Well, here's the thing. You wouldn't have a United States if it wasn't for us. The people that was lazy was y'all. Y'all wasn't smart enough or good enough to build this country. You had to travel across the world to get people that could help you build this country and make it what it is and make it the entity that it is now. Bro, you're boring me, dude. You're boring me. Please stop trolling. Please stop trolling. Please stop trolling. Not really. Not really. You worry about what we doing. That's why you on a black platform. That's why I'm in your head. You guys wake up worried about worrying about us. You can't function without black people. That's the thing. You can't make money without black people because you're not smart enough to do it on your own. You want some more ether? See how I'm cooking? And yeah. No. Don't call me a ninja. Call me the real word with the ER, because that's what you ain't man enough to say that word. Come on, say it. Say it, coward. 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 Come on, call me the N-word with the ER. Come on. You ain't got me dancing. Hey, but the thing is, that's the thing. We can dance, you can't. We have to teach y'all everything. The funny thing is we had to teach y'all funky asses how to properly bathe because you couldn't do that. We taught y'all we taught y'all women how to you know what I'm saying? we taught y'all women how to clean themselves when they would go on their premenstrual. We taught y'all everything. We taught y'all civilization. Without us, y'all will still be living in caves and mountains and shit. That's the thing. At least we can dance. And the thing is, anything that we're involved into, it generates. It turns into thousands to millions and then billions. See, y'all can't do that. Y'all don't have that type of talent. Oh, that's the thing though. That's why y'all race can't reproduce. That's why y'all declining. That's why y'all begging. That's why y'all trying to go to Africa and stuff. But I don't think y'all will be able to survive in the sun. But see, the thing is, y'all came from us. Y'all are actually rejects of us. Y'all are deformed black people. So that's why y'all likely to catch skin cancer before we do. That's why your production rate is declining every day. So at the end of the day, but I'm glad you came on my channel. You're getting cooked. Like, you're getting cooked. Yeah. That's why you on my channel. Because you need attention, huh? Your mama dropped you on your head, huh? Your mama dropped you on your head, huh? You know, the funny thing is, it's more white people on welfare than it is black people and on Section 8. you know. And if you look at the crime rate, y'all rank number one pretty much in every major category. So do you still want to continue? Dude, you're boring me. No, you're a racist. You're a racist. My thing is, why are you here? Why are you worried about what I'm talking about? Like, listen, now you're not in my ear because you on my channel. What I said something that bothered you. I told you the truth. Most of y'all are like white women. You can't stand, or women in general. Y'all can't stand to hear the truth. You can't stand to hear the truth. Y'all are the ones that's always crying victim. So continue. Hey, I want y'all to build y'all white only areas, because at the end of the day, integration did nothing for us. It was the worst thing that happened to us. And at the end of the day, you needed us far more than we needed you. This dude on my channel, hey, autism boy, this dude on my channel, and he's talking about, I'm thinking about him. This is the dude. See, that's the thing. I already encountered everything he came up with. So he's trolling my channel because he's mad because he want me to go, he want me to go full-fledged, you know what I'm saying? He want me to go on a rant. But I'm talking to him calm, because at the end of the day, I know how they think. They're easy to cook. Why would I think about you? I don't even know you. I wouldn't care if, like, for real, I'm just keeping it 100. This dude really is talking about, I'm going to be thinking about, for what? Why would I think about you, bro? I'm into chicks. What, you gonna be, what, for real? What, dude, you gonna sit up there after you get off this stream, you gonna start jacking off because you like the sound of my voice? Sorry, dude, I don't get down like that. Nobody's thinking about you, for real. Like I said, I'm glad that I made you mad enough to come on my channel trolling, because at the end of the day, the longer you stay on here, the longer I stay on here, the more money that I make. So thank you for making me money. Continue to make me money, dude. Continue to make me money. Continue to make me money. Of course. I'm not going to block you, Randy. One of my moderators is going to block you. It's just like Scarface. It's just like what he told Manolo when he said, I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to have somebody else do it. So permanently block this dude. He's bored me long enough. Kaboom. Man, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get there, but it's some big stuff that's coming up. Did you come to the local card? Did you come to the local card? They're gonna be another card, Taco K. They're gonna be another card, I think, in November. Please make sure you pull up and hit me on Instagram too. But dude, he took the bait. He got triggered. He got triggered by me talking about the Sanders. We know what's going on with them. This is no secret. So he comes here, he wastes 10 minutes, and I gave him everything that he wanted to. I gave him some attention. Obviously, his mother dropped him on his head when he was a baby or something, or he doesn't know who his father is or something like that. So, and then he goes to the typical, he goes to the typical rhetoric about Section 8. I've never been on Section 8 in my life. Wish I had. I'd take it. I'd take it. Man, listen. Oh, man. I know, listen, I understand why people are mad at Boots, and I understand it wholeheartedly. I'm just trying to be cool because I might be I might be going to Boots fight, but I'll put it to you this way: I don't like it. I think people would understand if it was anybody but Boots, because here's the thing that I'm trying to tell these Canelo fans: Boots and Bud are two different fighters. So if Canelo thinks Bud and Boots are the same fighter, that's going to be his biggest mistake. Boots at times have shown he could be defensively challenged, because I've seen fights where Boots got hit quite a bit. And I like Boots. I think if everybody had saw that it was anybody but Boots who's supposed to be the next big thing, and it just looked like he's undermining Terrence Crawford. I don't think that people have a problem with a black fighter working with a Mexican fighter, but they have a problem with it being that black fighter. If you catch my drift, smart people gonna know where I'm coming from. I don't think if it was somebody like Regis or somebody like Daniel Jacobs or Charlo, somebody like that, I think they wouldn't care. But to the fact that Boots could be a potential opponent for Terrence Crawford, and then there were, you know, there were rumors that Boots had the opportunity to fight Terrence Crawford, and Boots confirmed that he was offered the Terrence Crawford fight over David Avanesyan, but he elected, because he wanted to stay loyal to the PBC. I don't have nothing against Boots, but me, myself, I don't like it. I wouldn't do it. Oh yeah, well, Taco K, just go to my Instagram. My Instagram pretty much is under the same banner. So yeah, first of all, I take Section 8 in a heartbeat. I make too much money to get Section 8. I wish I could get Section 8. I sure would take it. I mean, you got apartments over there on MacArthur, over there by where the red fence used to be. They want, for one bedrooms, they want like 1,800. And then the people that own the property wondering why they can't get nobody, and they wonder why they can't get people to rent there, why they having problem getting people to rent there. It just costs too much money. And I'm talking about that's a horrible area. So yeah, I definitely would take some Section 8. So for him to come with that stereotypical comment, because he really couldn't say nothing of intelligence, and he couldn't really articulate himself. He said the basic typical stuff you expect from a white supremacist to say, or a racist to say. But then I destroyed his ass when I said, actually, there's more white people, and white people on Section 8 and welfare than black people. So there you have it. Destroyed them. So all he tried to do is come with the typical, "Oh, I'm gonna be, dude, you on my channel." But enough about him. As far as the Boots go, like I said, I spoke on it. I don't like it. But Canelo, I think this is a little bit of gamesmanship from Canelo, and I sure would like to see those sparring sessions. And the funny thing is, Boots looked bigger than Canelo, and then from what I've been told that Canelo, got a black eye. Like I said, Boots and Terrence Crawford have different styles. Yes, they both can go from southpaw to orthodox, but Boots' style is totally different. Sometimes Boots throws reckless combinations, and Terrence Crawford tries to calculate. He picks his spots. Terrence Crawford doesn't like to waste punches. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a hell of a fight. And I like what the homie Coach Red said, that y'all should bet all the money y'all want on Canelo. Because from what I heard, Bud is steaming. And one thing about Bud, he didn't cut off the media and everything. Yeah, Boots look way bigger than Canelo. Canelo is just one of them short, wide guys. Like, he just short and have a wide body. You have some dudes with certain frames, they just only gonna get bigger, or they can't maintain a certain weight for a certain amount of time as they get older. Like Snoop probably pretty much weighed the same amount amount that he did like 30 years ago. Even though he's 6 foot, even though Snoop is like 6'5", it's Snoop's frame. You could tell Boots, the way he built, Boots is probably gonna campaign probably when it's all said and done. Boots is probably at 5'10". Boots is probably gonna campaign probably all the way up to 168, maybe even 175. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying. But a lot of people are not pleased with what a lot of people are not pleased in what Boots is doing. I wouldn't have let Canelo use me like that, because that's basically what Canelo is doing. He's using Boots to get under Terrence Crawford's skin. It's called psychological warfare, and I wouldn't have let Canelo do that. I might have would have told Canelo thanks, but no thanks. And I heard a lot of people talking about it, and like I said, rightfully so. A lot of people are pissed off about it. You think I'm gonna tell black people, the black community, not to be upset about seeing this with Boots? Absolutely not. And I'm gonna say this again: Boots had the right to work with whoever he wants to work with. But I'm saying for me, I wouldn't have did it. I'm just saying I wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't let Canelo use me to try to have like a psychological advantage, because he's trying to get into Terrence Crawford's head. So by him bringing in, and I'm gonna say this so everybody can understand, by him bringing in Boots and taking pictures with Boots, Canelo is worried about this fight. He's worried, and he's taking this fight more serious than we think he is. Now I listened to Joel Diaz saying that if Bud beats Canelo, it's over for boxing. That's absurd. That's absurd. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Whatsoever. That doesn't make any kind of sense, and I have to call bullshit on that. That doesn't make sense whatsoever for him to say something like that. So, um, I mean, we 3 weeks away. Well, we're 2 weeks and 13 days away. I mean, so, I'm gonna go over my brother Ben Saucy Boxing's house and watch it. So y'all subscribe to his Instagram. Go to my Instagram. So, but yeah. Canelo is more worried about this fight than what he wants us to believe. And so is the Canelo fans. And let me cook the Canelo fans how fake y'all is. Now all of a sudden, y'all saying this fight is a wrap. But y'all were saying this was gonna be an easy fight. Y'all were saying this was gonna be an easy fight for Canelo. So now you're saying, based off the fact that he brought in Boots as a sparring partner, as a high caliber sparring partner, you're saying that this fight is a wrap. But at the same time, these are the same fans that tear down black fighters. Hey, and say we ain't shit, we ain't fought nobody, our resume is trash and all this stuff. But here it is, Canelo needing a black fighter to help him beat another elite black fighter. But then y'all at the same time say that Terrence Crawford ain't fought nobody. So which one is it? Could y'all make it make sense? Y'all are all over the place. So which one is it? Either Terrence Crawford ain't that good, or he's fought tomato cans, or whatever the case may be. So now, like I said, these Canelo stands have got a little bit more confident now. Now all of a sudden they gain confidence. But then before that, they were saying, oh, well, if Terrence Crawford wins this fight, he's on steroids, he's on PEDs, even though Terrence Crawford has never failed a PED steroid test, but Canelo did. Well, Raw, I just try to keep it 100. I'm just saying these Canelo stands are all over the place. Just first they said that Bud had no chance. Now they saying, oh, now that Boots is helping Canelo. Oh, it's a wrap now. Like make up y'all fucking mind, man. Either Bud is on PEDs, or he isn't that good. He hasn't fought nobody, or basically, Jerron Boots Ennis is the difference maker, but this is the same Jerron Boots Ennis that y'all said ain't fought nobody. Or black fighters ain't that good. Like, make up y'all mind. Y'all all over the place. Y'all all over the place. Y'all don't know which direction to go. And I'm gonna keep cooking, and I'm gonna keep cooking y'all, and I'm gonna keep exposing y'all for the frost that y'all are. Because y'all ain't keeping it 100. So, you know. But yeah, that's what I stated in the video that I did. So now all of a sudden this fight it's decided now. It's a wrap. Bud is toast. He's doomed. He's doomed. So I already know what's gonna happen. Should Bud win this fight, the excuses are already in place. The same people that's praising Boots, they're gonna say, oh, well, see, Canelo shouldn't have brought Boots in because Boots hadn't fought nobody. The only people that's rooting for Canelo to win are these still, these still bitter Errol Spence apologists. We all know that the least attorney, aka Black Dr. Evil, and a few other clowns, that other goofy dude, that other goofy dude from Dallas, that dumbass. Of course, they all rooting for Canelo. Like I said, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm on my black shit. I'm on my black shit. You damn right I'm rooting for Terrence Crawford because he black. I sure am. And anybody can take it, write it down, quote it. You can make whatever video you want. You damn right I'm rooting for Terrence Crawford because he black. Ain't no motherfucker that ain't black or that is black finna make me be ashamed that I'm rooting for Terrence Crawford because he look like me. Like I said, it's okay for Filipinos to root for Filipinos. It's okay for whites to root for whites, whether they're Russian, Irish, whatever. Polish, it's all good. It's okay for Mexicans to root for Mexicans. It's okay for Argentina. But then all of a sudden, they got to tell black people, oh, we can't root for somebody because they black. Says who? Says who? Says who? For the fourth time. Says who? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm tired of people trying to pull this stuff. Listen, I'm not that dude. I'm not that bug-eyed dude. I'm not that goofy Garfield the cat bug-eyed dude. I'm not him. I'm not these other niggas on here that be sitting up dancing a jig and buck dancing for views. No, I'm rooting for Bud to win because he's black. Y'all ain't got no. Hey, here's the thing. If white people can build white-only neighborhoods in Arkansas, wherever they building it, and proudly say they only want whites, then I'm rooting for Terrence Crawford because he black. I wish one of y'all would say something to me about that. You can kiss, hey, in the words of MC Ran from his classic, you know what I'm saying, EP, y'all can kiss my black ass. But anyway, I'll be back with more. Reset. It's your boy Town. I'm out.